Okay, Assalamu alaikum, good afternoon, and welcome to Knowledge Talks, a weekly entertainment program and knowledge sharing that we have every week here that contributes knowledge to the society. Every week, Knowledge Talks host and invite guests that are experts, professionals, and leaders from the field locally that bring wealth of knowledge to you. Knowledge Talks also highlights and promote talents in the country that contributes knowledge and success to the nation. This program, ladies and gentlemen, is a weekly session that I will have with you here every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. I'm your host, Qais Al Khonji, bringing you free knowledge at your doorsteps on Oman Radio FM 90.4. Now stay tuned after this music break for today's Knowledge Talk. Welcome back to Knowledge Talk, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Qais Al Khonji, along with our studio engineer, with you here live today on Oman Radio FM 90.4. Last week we've invited a very interested and respected businessman from Oman, whose main goal is to become a leading entrepreneurial force in the world of business. Today he's my guest here again. He is Qais Al Khonji. Last week we looked at a number of things that is related to his entrepreneurial journey, his success into the arena, his challenges, and where he is today. And a lot of people, in fact, have sent their feedback and were very, very impressed and happy to hear his interview. He's a great man, and I'm very, very pleased to invite him again today. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we will be focusing on entrepreneurs as a person, entrepreneurs as someone who wants to embark into this passion. What does it mean? What kind of tips and advice, and who could be better than himself, Mr. Qais, to share with us this advice? Qais, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi.
It's so great to have you here today with us.
My pleasure.
Last week we've learned a lot of great things, and we hope today to learn great things as well, Qais.
Inshallah, I'll be sharing whatever I have.
Inshallah. In fact, let us pick up what we have discussed last week. The last point that we've discussed, but because due to the limited time we had,
Yes.
and it was the end of the program, I would like to bring it up again by picking that subject. And what you said was, at the end of the program, was subjects in school. You would like to see subjects in school.
Yes.
What do you mean, and how do you see that happening?
When I said subject in school, I would love to see entrepreneurship taught in schools.
Mm-hmm.
And I think last week I mentioned from grade 10 to 12.
Okay.
Because at that age, the student will be mature enough to understand the basic concepts of business, rather than having it earlier than this.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say I would love to have it taught in schools, it's just to get the feeling of what it is all about before they graduate from high school.
Mm.
So it will give them a broader understanding of what they can study while being at university.
Okay.
This is the whole concept and idea behind it.
And it is very, very good, because I think this will help them overcome the challenges that most entrepreneurs are having today.
Absolutely. And why not? Let's say a graduation project could be a small project funded by the school.
Oh, very good.
Up to a small amount. It doesn't have to be anything big. Just to get them the feeling of what it is all about. Make home food, home cooked stuff, and sell it in the school itself. Just a small model for them to get a feeling what it's all about.
Okay.
And then for them to decide. It will help them to have a third choice after graduation from university, because right now the priority goes to government jobs. Second priority goes to private sector, and there is always no third option. They either choose this or this. With implementing it might lead, it's a mind opener. They will be left with a third option. I mean, okay, obviously someone has to work for a couple of years in an organization to save money and to gain experience in order to start something, but at least it will open their mind of a third option.
Yeah. In fact, that small funding that they might get might end up creating a billion company, you know?
You never know. You have to try to know.
Yeah. Now, tell me one thing, Mr. Qais. As today we're going to look about entrepreneurs as persons and people. What extracurricular activities do you personally do?
A part of my businesses.
Yeah, apart from work. So, for example, going fishing, gymming,
So hobbies,
exercising,
hobbies,
yeah, activities that you do outside business.
I'm a football fan.
Okay, football is an American football or the soccer?
No, soccer. I'm a big fan, whether when it comes to watching football or even playing it, or even when it comes to PlayStation.
Okay, oh, that's right. You play PlayStation?
Yes.
Which is your favorite game?
FIFA.
You don't play the Pro Evolution Soccer?
Sometimes I do, yes. Sometimes.
You know what they say? They say the Pro Evolution Soccer is more realistic in terms of the game, the way it has been built compared to FIFA. FIFA is more of a graphical, the looks and feels.
Yes, it is. But I enjoy football in any form, you know.
Okay.
So
I was looking at the gaming is because that's where I come from. So we can play it online.
Great, sounds great.
So football is what you like to do.
It's one of my hobbies or activities. I like traveling a lot, and I do travel a lot.
Okay.
For both business and pleasure.
Okay.
Because I believe that while you travel, you learn a lot.
Oh, indeed.
And opportunities comes when you travel.
And don't you also believe by traveling you broaden your horizon and you also get opportunity to see the different things that is happening outside there?
Absolutely,
that can be also implemented in Oman.
Not only in business and everything, even in personal, aspects. You learn about cultures, you learn about their food, you learn about what they like, what they don't. So it's a learning method. Traveling is a learning method. It's a great learning tool.
Yeah, there's a lot of, and in fact, many people who graduate and get the opportunity either to study in Oman or abroad. I think abroad is the best thing because they get the opportunity to meet with different people and exchange ideas. I think which is a good thing. Now, how do you manage your time? Being an entrepreneur now, how do you do that?
So I divide my time between my business, the gym, family, and social life.
Okay.
So this is what I do. Usually, the weekend is more of a social experience where I go out for dinner or lunch with friends or colleagues.
Okay.
My daily routine is I'm in the office between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. After that, I have to spare 1 hour, not every day, every other day, for the gym. You have to keep fit, otherwise.
No wonder you're fit, mashallah.
So this is my daily, and obviously in the evening I'm with my family, with my kids.
Okay. And
we either go out or we stay in and have a home food.
Yeah. So managing time is very important.
Indeed.
Otherwise, one get sucked up with the swamped up.
Indeed. And I'm a British. I'm a UK graduate. So I love time. To be. If I have to be there at that time, I have to be there at that time.
Okay, great. We're gonna take a quick break right now, and I look forward to hear about your education and how does it help with entrepreneurial lifestyle and career as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a quick break before we resume our program. Welcome back to Knowledge Talks, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host Tariq Al-Barwani, along with an interesting and well-respected businessman and entrepreneur from Oman, Mr. Qais Al Khonji. Now, before the music break, we looked at his extracurricular activities, and also we looked at how he manages his time, and also his advice to how people can manage their time as well. Now, Qais, tell me one thing. How do you promote your business? So how should an entrepreneur promote their businesses? What kind of way did you do? So in Oman, you start up a business. And of course, you advised us last week is you need to do a research before you bring the product or service or introduce your business in Oman. Now, how do you go about marketing it and promoting it? What are the different strategies that are out there?
It all depends on the business model. Okay. Because if it's a business to customer, it's a different marketing activity or marketing, let's say, tool. Yeah. But if your clients are companies, then the most powerful marketing tool would be the word of mouth.
Yeah, that's very powerful.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's what is used mostly in the businesses that we see every day. I mean, you have the new restaurants. It's just a word of mouth where all the
It's the most powerful method. Eh?
Yes, they start having their customer based on this. For my businesses, the first business I used text messaging.
Okay. SMS is still there,
yes.
or WhatsApp?
Well, in the old days in 2010.
Okay, good. That's you used that all the time before even WhatsApp was even introduced.
Yes.
So text messaging was,
it was, and I think it's a good tool. Social media, there is no doubt that social media is a big thing as well. For my second and third business, I didn't have to do much marketing because my clients are companies; they're not individuals. So networking sessions, networking events is a great marketing tool. We participate in exhibitions.
Okay.
Last week we were in Adipak in Abu Dhabi, first time, and the footfall and the impact of that exhibition was great. It was a great experience, and those are the tools that we're using at the moment. So.
Okay, that's very nice. Now about trainings, do you let's look at back first. Let's go one step back and see what is your educational background and how it has complemented with your entrepreneurial journey today.
Great. I'm a UK graduate. I studied my IB in Atlantic College.
IB is
International Baccalaureate.
Okay.
That's equivalent to A level.
Okay.
And secondary school. Well, it's a bit higher than secondary school. I was in Wales in the middle of the school was in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
And it's a 2 years program. I get examined after 2 years. It's not like the first year there is a fail or pass. So it has been hard work. It has taught me a lot of lessons like responsibility. So it's an experience that I really like, and I miss those days, school days, the best time. After that, I went to Leicester, and I did my bachelor in Business Information Systems, BIS.
Okay.
In the Montfort University. That was I graduated back in 2001.
Okay.
Yeah. When I look back, it has been. A couple of years now. Time just passes quick.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah. I miss those days, to be honest.
Mashallah. College days, huh?
College days.
Okay. Anything in particular that you miss?
Just the college life. The lifestyle is just. It was amazing.
How do you compare lifestyle in college and university compared to schools?
You have the freedom in college.
Okay. Parents are not there.
Obviously, yes. Parents are not there. I mean, you restrict yourself to certain things, but it's a whole experience about living abroad, living away from your parents.
Meeting different people,
different cultures, different nationalities. It's just amazing. Yeah,
but now with your businesses, you do travel a number of times, and do you meet up with the friends that you've made and
back in
universities?
Some of them. I'm still in touch with some of them.
Okay.
Some others, unfortunately, I'm not. But with all the social media, it's easy to get back in touch.
Oh yes, easy.
Which is great. Great to get back in touch with friends that I haven't seen for the last 10, 12 years.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm in touch with a couple of them.
Okay, that's very interesting. Now, do you take any training pertaining to business per se, apart from your academic background? Do you take any specialized training?
At the moment, I'm not, but I have taken some courses.
Okay.
I have done some finance courses.
Okay.
I have done some. Actually, I was doing my MBA in Australia back in 2005.
Okay.
But that was not finished because I had an incident. My father passed away, so I decided.
Okay.
I decided to remain home.
Okay.
And to just focus on my career from then until now.
Yeah, yeah. But do you think it's necessary for someone to take any business related course? You got some people who got good ideas. You got innovators.
See, education is a backbone of any person.
Very good.
It's just we never stop learning.
True.
Every day is a new day. Every day we learn something new. So education, I'm with education at any level, whether it's a course, whether it's a master or a PhD later on. But I believe in the other side as well. I believe in practice and being in the market and trying things for yourself, deciding what is good and bad through experience. It will help you to make decisions for the future.
So you do say that, of course, education is a backbone of everything, as you said, which you rightly put it. You do feel that taking business lesson is important for any entrepreneur. Is that right?
That's absolutely right, yes.
Especially people who come up with great ideas, or people who are specialists, let's say in technical field or per se. They need the business in order to understand how market works, how to lead and all.
Yes, you have to get used. You have to get. You have to learn cash flow. You have to
how
learn
the money works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And now tell me one thing. What characteristics would you say is required for an individual to have to become an entrepreneur?
There are certain qualities that an entrepreneur has to have. You have to be a risk taker, calculated risk by having a market research, by having a feasibility study. But you have to be a risk taker. If you are scared of losing money, you're not an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Losing money is part of the whole thing. It's part of the system. And don't call it losing money, call it gaining experience.
I like that.
Yeah. So you learn as you move. Obviously, see, there is a study from Harvard Business School.
Okay.
It says 1 project out of 10 succeeds.
Wow.
That's a 10% success and 90% failure. But I've heard stories. I've heard a story about a person who has started 23 businesses.
Wow.
Yes, he was on TV some time ago. His 23rd business was a success after going through 22 failures.
Yeah, but the guy must have had the leisure of a lot of money or
maybe
family business or something.
Maybe he has a source. Maybe he has a source of income. Obviously,
which is important sometimes to have a capital. If you don't have that money, then it's a problem.
Absolutely.
What do you say about the statement "money makes money"? To make a money, you need to put a money.
Absolutely.
You agree, right?
Of course, yes.
Yeah. We're gonna take a quick break, Qais, as we return with our program today on Entrepreneur. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host Tariq Al-Barwani, and our program today, our topic specifically, is about entrepreneurship. Our guest is Mr. Qais Al Khonji, and our topic today is about entrepreneurs. Qais, tell me one thing. Which of the businesses that you have, you've got many, mashallah, is best and why out of all of them?
See, they're all are dear to me because of a reason or another, because I've started each one for a reason.
Okay.
So, but again, I believe in my last business, which is Core Lab.
Okay.
The EOR concept, which is new in town.
Core Lab, huh?
Core Lab, Enhanced Oil Recovery. Because it's a unique business, and I have a faith in it that it might take me to the next level.
Oh, inshallah.
Yes, inshallah. Of course, inshallah.
Okay. And when does you start that business?
We started a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So I believe in it that it's a unique concept, and few people have the know-how of such business. It's very technical. And alhamdulillah, I have the team who can manage this and who can expand this to neighbor countries and abroad.
Great. So now you're looking at also going globally with that's one of your visions, in fact.
Yes.
Which you've shared last week in our program.
Yes.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Do you believe in having a strong vision for any business?
Yes, of course, because in order to build something, you have to have an imagination, and vision is all about imagining the future and how it looks like. Um, I believe that imagination is a strong tool a person could have. If you imagine something, just have the will to do it, and it will happen.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. You have the will to work and the drive as well.
Yes, yes.
And the devotion. I agree with you totally. Now, let's go back with when you were an employee working for I believe you're working for a bank. I believe you said that you had the urge of taking your own decisions, being your own boss, and managing your own time as well. Those are some of the criterias or some of the things or the drives of us to say, let me go out there and start my own business, right?
Yes.
What do you miss today as an employee? Fixed salary?
Yeah, that's part of it, obviously. Yeah, fixed salary is part of it.
Holidays?
As being a businessman, I can manage my time.
Okay.
So time flexibility is there, whether it's a holiday or a business trip.
Okay.
So when you have freedom, you can manage things. When you're an employee, obviously there are great things by being an employee, as you said, the fixed income. But at the same time,
is that the only thing?
You cannot own your time in the same.
But is that the only thing? Is fixed income?
I think so. Yes. Otherwise, I don't regret leaving my job.
Okay. What about working with a team or with different people within an organization, and the learnings and having a boss? No, that's not just that.
I like a bit of freedom, so I will not say I miss that. But obviously, the learning is again part of either being a businessman or being an employee. You learn here and you learn there. It's just a different set of learning. It's a great thing to have a career in a company, and your ambition to become the CEO of that company, obviously.
CEO of that company or CEO of many companies?
Of many companies, yes.
Yeah. And what then you feel, or what would you advise someone who would like to become an entrepreneur? What kind of mindset that they should have or start building or practicing from?
They have to believe in themselves.
Good one.
Believe in themselves that they can make it. It's a very important thing to have. Believe in yourself. Believe in your idea. Obviously, it all comes from ideas. I encourage entrepreneurs to approach inventors.
To approach inventors?
Because
where do they get the inventors from?
Colleges, universities.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying locally, even regionally or globally.
Okay.
Usually, those colleges or universities are full of researchers and doctors. Usually, again, they either an inventor of a new machine or a new product. You can approach them, and because an inventor doesn't have a business mind, and an entrepreneur doesn't have an invention mind, except, well, we have one example who's Steve Jobs again. We're repeating what we said last week. He's a exception. Well, obviously those are examples of inventors.
So that's what you feel.
That's what I feel.
Okay, which I respect that fully. And what are the things that you would advise someone not to get into entrepreneurship if they don't have such characteristics?
If he is afraid to lose money,
okay,
just don't get into it, because you might end up losing a lot before gaining a lot.
Yep.
If you are hesitate about your idea, if you don't have self-confidence, don't get into it. If you're not a risk taker, again, calculated risk, don't get into it. Otherwise,
get into the bandwagon and make the best out of it.
Yes, otherwise you're an entrepreneur. If you eliminate all these things.
Interesting feedback, interesting advices from Qais Al Khonji. Ladies and gentlemen, let us take a quick break before we resume our session today. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host Tariq Hilal Al Barwani, along with our studio engineers, and our guest today is Qais Al Khonji, a well-respected businessman and is a successful entrepreneur. Qais, tell me one thing. Who is who did you learn from your family members? I know you are part of a very large respected group in Oman, Al Khonji.
Yes.
And so who did you learn from, and who is your, or can I say, also look at who's your mentor?
See, I keep on reading a lot.
Okay.
And I'm very inspired by Richard Branson.
Oh, Richard Branson. Okay. Yeah.
So I read a lot of his books.
Yeah, the Virgin guy.
The Virgin guy.
Yeah, and he says the Virgin way too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I read about how he has made it,
Mm-hmm.
and it just inspires me a lot.
Okay.
And it was one of the motivations why I decided just to get into it.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So, could you tell us some of the books that you read or that you could share for Richard Branson? Like he's got one, what is it called? Screw It and Just Do It.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the books that
I love the title.
Yeah.
It's very attractive.
In fact, his brand, the name of the business he's called it Virgin.
Absolutely.
By the way.
Yes.
Do you know why he called it Virgin? Keep on starting something new, maybe.
Yes.
Virgin.
Yes.
That's very, very interesting.
Yes.
That guy is.
And he has started a lot of businesses that did not make it, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Until he made the empire that he has today.
Yeah, he had his own Coke as well.
He did.
Virgin Coke.
He did.
Yeah.
He has his own airlines, his own train services,
Telecom companies,
yeah.
music records and albums and all that.
Yes.
Yeah, the guy is no doubt is smart. And as you said,
self-made man.
Self-made man.
Inspiring.
And he started many businesses and failed with many of that, but not many people know about that, because he focuses on winning and
Yes.
being successful.
Yes.
Tomorrow we're going to see Qais, inshallah, doing same or even better. Inshallah is our international brand as well. Now, and who's your role model?
Apart from Richard.
Yeah, so Richard is one.
He is.
Wow. And who is any other role model? Like from family, for instance, or friends, or any other people you read? Or is it just Richard Branson?
Obviously, my late father.
Okay.
Yes.
Allah
He's my role model. My late grandfather.
Okay.
They're all into business, so they're all my role models. People like, again, Steve Jobs.
Okay.
Obviously, Warren Buffett, all those big names. They inspire you to do more and more of what you can do.
I know that you read a lot of books. Any specific books that you want to recommend for our listeners today to read?
There is a book called Lessons of Entrepreneurship.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
But I can't remember the name of the author at the moment.
Okay.
But it's available on eBay.
Okay, on eBay, right?
Yes,
or Amazon
yes.
as well?
Amazon as well.
Yeah. Okay. Lessons from the entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Okay, and you found that to be a good read and good
Amazing.
information that you shared.
Amazing.
Okay. Do you think it's important for someone to have a role model or a mentor in such a business?
You need to keep motivating yourself.
Yeah.
It's a must, because if you don't keep on reading, it will never generate ideas into your mind.
Okay.
You need to feed your brain as
With
well.
ideas.
With ideas.
Yeah.
Don't only fill your stomach with food.
That's true. That's very, very true.
Yeah.
And what other ways apart from reading books are there for one to build ideas and to feed their brains?
Traveling, attending exhibitions, attending conferences, network sessions. They're all great tools to build up your what you want.
Reading newspapers, maybe magazines.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
All the weekly ones and the daily ones.
Yeah.
You have to keep updating yourself of what's happening in town.
Yeah.
So
And abroad also as well,
yes,
probably. So
yes,
to keep
yes. In all aspects, when it comes to politics or sports or the economy of the country, just keep yourself updated, up to date.
What is the next big thing?
My next big thing would be expanding my business locally, regionally, and then take it to the next level. So the settlement and the expansion locally and regionally, inshallah.
Inshallah.
And then let's see what direction that will take us.
Inshallah, ya Rab. Any advice that you wish to share to our audience today? That things that you have gone through, challenges and problems. Your last bit of advice before we end our program today.
Try to start something. Start a business even with a minimal capital, because you will never know where it will lead.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a passion, if you have a hobby, why don't you convert it to a business? Even with a small capital, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Would you recommend that whoever starts a business, she should be passionate about it?
Absolutely. I respect those people who do home-based businesses.
Like cooking and...
Cooking, you know, because if it develops and if he has the passion, he can take it to the next level.
Yeah. In fact, Steve Jobs started from garage.
Absolutely.
And,
We have few Omani concepts, food concepts, which have started from home, and today they have a shop.
Oh, really? Could you share some?
I think Kiwi is one of them. Kiwi restaurant. They had a branch in Al Hayl, and they have moved to Bosher.
Okay.
There is another concept called something lemon. I'm not 100% sure.
Which is in Omani. They've started
it's Omani.
From home,
it's
and
Omani.
they went out and started their own businesses.
Yes. So those guys are doing a great job. I salute them, and I wish them the very best. And I wish them, you know, I wish that they can grow and expand.
Inshallah. That's very, very interesting. So being passionate, of course, and even starting from home if possible, even with a little bit of money, as long as you have the will and the drive, just go out there. And you never know. Tomorrow you might be a multi-billion, company in Oman, which can go globally as well.
Yes. Can I just pinpoint that there is a difference between an entrepreneur and a businessman?
Okay. Could you?
An entrepreneur is a person who starts a business from scratch. And take it to a level. I'm talking about the bigger scale businesses, not the smaller scale. He takes it to a level where he or she might face some difficulties, where he requires the businessman to come and invest in his company in order to have a stronger ground.
Yeah, like investors, someone to help.
Like an investor. So Richard Branson calls this process elevation pitch. Okay. You know, you pitch your
pitch your idea,
and it gets elevated to the level of that businessman.
Okay.
So
and he was good about that, but he was good in pitching. That's why most of his businesses were. He got a lot of investors to do their businesses.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What advices do you have for people to go out and pitch for their businesses?
You have to market. If you want your business to grow and you have reached to a level where you need someone to back it off, you need to market it really well.
Okay.
And offer it to investors. Obviously, not the whole company, but a minor share. So you can have some control of the company as well.
Okay.
And you just give it a try and see where it will lead you.
Yeah, but now if you go and ask for funding and if you don't have money, wouldn't it be better? I mean, I'm just asking you're a businessman, to give a big share for or a bigger equity to these investors in order for them to come in and
it all depends on the negotiation skills that you have. I mean, and what you want exactly. Do you want to give a major shareholder or you want to give a minor shareholder? It all depends on the business model and the needs of the business and your needs.
Yeah. Are there any venture capitalists here in Oman or investors? So if someone got a good idea.
There are a couple of them.
And where do they find them?
You just have to put your idea into their desk table, I mean, through your networks or through friends' networks.
But is there any events or any programs that is available?
At the moment, I don't think there is anything.
No, because let's say if you're in a place like globally, there's a lot of companies that are available.
Angel investors.
Angel investors that you can go to them and say, I got an idea.
I would love to see a society for this, an angel investor society or something like that.
You can start it up in Oman, inshallah.
Yeah, I've been trying, but until now I didn't find the right person to take this idea up with me.
Okay.
Maybe in the future we can.
Inshallah. Probably after the end of this program, let me know. I'll be more pleased to take it up. Let me know. I'm hungry for ideas, guys. Qais, thank you very, very much for joining us today on Oman Radio FM 90.4 to share about your entrepreneurial journey and also success that you have attained so far. I'm sure you have. I have no doubt, and many people have no doubt, you will make it big. You are already big, mashallah.
Inshallah.
And I wish you all the best at all times, inshallah.
Shukran. I wish you the very same. It's always a pleasure to see you, Tariq.
Thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our program for this week. I hope you all had intriguing time with us. If you have an interesting topic, feedback, or comment that you wish to share, please write me an email available on my website, www.tariq.net. I'll be very, very pleased to hear from you. Now let us catch up again next week on Tuesday, same time from 5:30 p.m. for a knowledge session. I'm Tariq Al-Barwani along our studio engineer, wishing you all a happy and a pleasant week. Ma'a salama.